Joining us now is Petro Poрошenko. He is the former president of Ukraine. We just heard the concerns being raised over the potential use of chemical weapons in Ukraine. Do you think such an attack by Russia is likely or possible?
From my experience of 5 years communication with Putin, we have one very important message. Please don't trust Putin. Please don't trust Russia. I think Putin is a war criminal. He is absolutely inadequate. He is a mad person. And me as a president of Ukraine can guarantee no chemical, no bacteriological weapons Ukraine don't had it before, and not planning to have it in future. This is definitely confirmed. This is a classical, very important example of the Russian propaganda. We have many times thinking of that because Russia said that this is Ukraine who was an aggressor, who is making danger for Russian people, and Russia just doing exactly like in the year 1939, the Hitler and Nazis before the World War II. We think that, the only sin Ukraine have is just we want to be free. We want to be democratic. And Putin just hates Ukraine. He refused us with our European future. Putin hates Ukrainians. And that's why he killed Ukrainians. And more than 1,300 Ukrainian soldiers and more than 7,000 Ukrainian civilians is killed by Putin during these 17 days. And we need to have a strategy for deputinization, because this is war not against Ukraine. This is war against freedom and democracy. This is war against the West, against our values, against our principles, and we defend here the European and global peace and security, paying maybe the highest price for that, the lives of Ukrainian soldiers, the lives of Ukrainian children, the life of Ukrainian civilians, and tons of blood Ukraine give because of the Putin aggression. We very much appreciate with the assistance we have from the United States. We appreciate for the leading role of the President Biden, his administration, bipartisan support in the Congress, support of the Europe, NATO, but this is not enough. Please learn very attentively the experience of the Land-Lease Act and the World War II. And with that situation, we need not only, first of all, we are ready to fight, that we do not need your soldiers, but we need everything. Military jet, anti-tank, anti-aircraft missiles, from nutrition to ammunition, everything. And the
Russian officials say they're now some 15 miles.
Sorry?
Russian officials say that their forces are now some 15 miles from Kyiv, slowly moving in the outskirts. What do you make of the security situation right now in Kyiv? Do you believe Kyiv can be encircled by Russian forces? Do they have the capabilities?
Look, I'm in Kyiv, in the center of Kyiv. And you are right, maybe in 15 miles we have Russian tanks. But they are not moving because Ukrainian armed forces stopped them. And during the last 7 days, they cannot move 1 single meter ahead. But we have less and less ammunition. And we do not allow, we are not giving up. We are not forgive the Putin these type of things. And I am absolutely confident that we will fight in every single house, every single street, and every single quarter in Kyiv, in Kharkiv, in Chernihiv, in all of the cities would be the hell for the Russian soldiers and would be at the end of the day the hell for Putin. And with this situation, just the more you help us to increase the effectiveness of Ukrainian armed forces, the weaker would be Putin. And this why the security of the whole world, security of US, security of EU, and security of NATO would be higher. Please, we need to be united. The same way, like Putin do 3 mistakes. Mistake number 1, he overestimate his army. And we, Ukrainian armed forces, demonstrate that. And I'm proud that me as a president create this army in the year 2014. Point number 2, he underestimates Ukrainian armed forces. And point number 3, he underestimates unity of Ukrainian, that he cannot blow up, cannot break our unity. And he underestimates the unity of the whole world. Because after the 24th of February, the transatlantic unity, European unity, unity of the whole world demonstrated during the General Assembly of the United Nations, when only 5 nations support Russia, Syria to North Korea. And this is the basis of their support. And 141 nations support Ukraine. And Ukraine now providing the beginning, the end of the Russian Empire. Don't allow Putin to create Soviet Union second edition. And this do we Ukrainians with the 15 miles of the Russian tank in the center of Kiev.
President Petro Poroshenko, we appreciate your time. Be careful. Thank you for joining us.